Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair, Comics and Fantasy. Hey everyone, I'm AdamHarry from Above All Souls Tabletop News with
Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And we're back with another Tabletop Spotlight. And this time, Evan brought a delightful looking game.
Delightful.
This is Topiary.
Yes, Topiary.
From Renegade and Fever Games.
Yes, we've seen Renegade a lot.
Yeah.
They've made some really good stuff. This one, you are the owner of a topiary garden. You have,
cool.
Your Edward Scissorhands sculptured bushes,
right.
And you want your guests to have the best viewpoint of your garden. So
Awesome.
This is a pattern building game where
Right.
you're going to be laying down tiles to get the most points. Very simple to learn, very straightforward, but there's a good strategy to it. So
Great, well let's take a look at some of the components. Here are all of the components for Topiary. As you can see, it's a very simple looking game in terms of components. We've got meeples. We've got 4 sets of meeples.
different colors and shapes, actually.
Yeah, we noticed they have a handy capable meeple here.
Yep.
They've got a meeple wearing a robe.
Meeple wearing a hat.
And then a meeple that's
Meeple with hair.
chilling. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
long flowing locks.
Yeah, but as you can see, it's obviously for 2 to 4 players because
Yes.
you can have that many. We've got the meeples. We've got the different tiles.
Yes.
There's each player is also going to be dealt a hand of tiles, which we'll get to in a minute. And then obviously the scoreboard right here with trackers.
Now the scoreboard you don't need until the very end, so
Right.
if it's in the way, you can put it aside for now.
Exactly.
This right here in the center is your garden. You're going to always start with, you're going to mix them up, and you're going to put them at random, upside down. You're going to always flip over the middle one, start off.
You start off, you deal out a
Yeah.
5x5 grid of tiles.
And they're going to look exactly like this. They're going to have a different shaped bush, and then they're also going to have a different number of value. So there's a bunch of different shapes. There's a whale, a swan looks like, the spiral one, all these different shapes. A D20 looks like.
Yeah.
So we have different shapes and different numbers. You're going to be taking your meeples throughout the gameplay, and you put them on a column, a row, or a diagonal. So row, column, or diagonal. And you can do diagonal in the middle here too to make it these 3.
Oh, you can actually go here?
Yeah.
Okay.
The reason you're going to be doing this, you're going to put them on a row, diagonal, anything, and you're going to flip over one of them. Right?
Okay.
And once you flip it over, you're going to have that number, and you can take it, or I'm sorry, you're going to take it into your hand, and then you're going to place down one from your hand onto the area.
Sure.
Now, the way this game plays is, the higher the number, it blocks out the lower numbers.
From that point of view.
From that point of view. So if this person right here, let's say we flip over this, we play it down to 3 right here.
Sure.
This person's only going to get 4 points because this 4 is blocking the 3.
Right. But you tally the total at the end of the game.
At the end of the game.
So things can change.
They can, yes, you're right. And stuff like that. That's why when you take it, you're going to take it in secret, you're going to see what it is. And in this case, out of my hand, this 5 is the best because it's going to be a 4 plus a 5, skipping that 3 because the 4 is in the way.
And if, for instance, I had a meeple here, now that 5 is only going to give me 5 points.
Exactly, yeah.
So you've actually blocked me off from the 3 and 4.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of strategy involved with this game. Couple that with the fact that you can do diagonals and stuff like that. So if I put a meeple down here in this corner, the 5 is also blocking me from the 2 and anything else in the row.
That's where the strategy comes in too, because you're not only worried about your rows and your diagonals, but also your opponent's viewpoints.
Yeah.
Also, you can score points based off of having the same shapes in the in your row or column, or having all different shapes. There's a bunch of different ways to score, not only from the number value.
Yeah.
So if this was reversed and you're blocking that 3, you're only going to get 4 plus 5, but you also get another point still because you have 2 swans in your row.
Nice.
And that person also gets 2 points, and plus the 3 and the 4, or the 3 and the 5.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So yeah, there's definitely some strategy to this game. It's a pretty neat little concept, and basically that's the turn.
Yeah.
You place a meeple, you can flip over a tile and rearrange
Take a
stuff
tile,
around.
put one down. Yeah.
So that's pretty much the gist of the game. The rulebook itself, we can flip through real quick. It's only a couple pages long.
3 pages long.
Yeah.
Quick overview of the game, setting up.
Yeah.
We already talked about that. How to play, we also really talked about that as well. Now, the end scoring is what's important.
Yep.
In the back, it has the... wait, where is it?
Yeah, the end-game scoring right here.
Right here,
It talks
yeah.
about how everybody scores, which you've kind of talked on briefly. You can also check out these rules online if you'd like to take a deeper dive into them.
Definitely.
But that's basically the entire gist of the game, is placing the meeple and revealing a tile or replacing it with a tile. So,
And there's a drafting variant
Yeah.
as well if you want to change it up a bit. But yeah.
super simple, really cool game. Let's go ahead and hop out for a really fast recap. Well, that was Topiary from Renegade Game Studios and Fever Games. Great looking stuff.
Yep.
This is, we're going to crunch the numbers real fast. This is
do it.
2 to 4 players.
Yep. 15 to 30 minutes.
And it's going to be a 10 and up game, obviously, just based on the
recommended, yeah.
Recommended 10 and up. And
small pieces as well.
Yeah, don't eat them.
Yeah,
they're not
please no.
Not the meeples. And then what's the price point on this game?
$29.99.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward, really great family game, and surprisingly tactical.
Yeah, easy to learn, but good tactics in it.
Pulling the tiles and trying to get those best points is actually pretty slick. So.
Pretty slick.
Yeah, I like this game. Go check it out. This is brand new, right?
Brand new, just came out.
In stores right now. That's Topiary. I'm AdamHarry from Bowls.
I'm Evan from Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy.
And this has been another Tabletop Spotlight. Thanks again for watching. Tabletop Spotlight, brought to you by Dragon's Lair Comics and Fantasy. Thanks for watching.